Gone are the good old days when sunshine was sunshine, the cocks crew genuinely. They ensured the whole neighborhood was awake. We could hear our mothers cheerfully greeting our neighbors. They shared the matchstick and lit fire from each other's kitchen, which was barely 3 stones forming at 360 degrees. As the smoke went up and the sparks colored the atmosphere. Morning when the families would be gathered around the fireplace to eat breakfast rather than drinking it. Mornings when everybody washed their faces from the same bowl, marched to the round table that meant all. Each was served to his full. Laughter were the dictates of the day. Hatred was a thing of the past, only had once in a while, and they were all well served. The father was the head of the family while mother was submissive. Dads did the hunting while moms did the gathering. Children meant a home. With or without wealth, the family was still complete. Union in the air. When one said he loved, he meant it from the heart. Relationship was something they stepped to. An angel that never died. Hearts were truly close. No deceivable words would be mentioned. Those days when children played in harmony. That day when there was no bigger wall separating families. Every neighbor was trusted. You could leave the meat boiling and the pedestrian would save it from burning out. Those days when equity was equity. When men used to herd together. Women fetched from the same water point. Boys were of good morals. Girls kept their standards high. Husbands were true to their wives, and wives made their men to be respected in the communities. Men lived longer, and lifestyle diseases only visited ones. Grandfathers were major books of wisdom. In their bosoms were springs of pure character. Grandmothers were storybooks. In them moral lessons were taught. The council of elders solved disputes. The half-wall, thatched hut meant a special leadership. Those in position knew their work. Those in power held their stand. Their decision was worth of praise. Thirst for wealth was of less concern. Leadership wrangles were unheard of. The army was always apt in time. Everybody was responsible for the common good. Their religion, whatever they believed in, was done in no hypocrisy. They followed all to the latter, and religious days were respected to the latter. They were time conscious and never stole a minute from their Savior's time. When a disaster struck, they all in harmony gathered to pray. They were more than religious, holy to their beliefs. Those days are but a nostalgia. The developing world will take eternity to develop it. Look at us now. Who failed? Who brought all this transformation? Is it technology? Did our parents fail to inherit the genes? Something is amiss. Look at our families now. They live as cats and rats. Everyone wants to reign. Break up for no reason. Marrying because of wealth only to end up in a bitter divorce. Look at the government now. Vying for leadership for selfish gain. Seeking for fame just for a name to gain respect. A blind leader leading a blinded people just because he has sweet words and money to buy votes. Citizens selling their millennium right for a day morsel of bread. Bigger seats and building, but the wisdom inside is just but a spoonful of nuts. Those offering security turned out to be the thieves. Those rotting in prison are but witnesses, hiding the evidence just because they lacked a well-dressed man to convince the itching ears with the lies. The defenders of freedom trampling it down with their arms. A son is not trusted. Wives are the worst thieves. Husbands are the wanted criminals. Home are no more safest place to live. Churches are den of thieves, the immorality corner. Stealing wisely just because they don't use loaded weapons. Preachers are worse than unbelievers. The congregation vain philosophers, they lay into trap setters, preaching the message of transformation, yet they haven't been transformed by it. You die young, moral standards a daily cry. We are in a mess, media taking major control of this. The world is coming to a screeching end. Even if Christ will take long to come, it will self-destroy itself. I'm longing for a good old days, but I can't presently have them because they are long gone.